Hello, hola, bonjour. Tune in every Tuesday to the Dear God podcast.
¿Y qué pasó?
Nah, we talking like it's 1995. Let go of that Wi-Fi. Let's laugh and cry, but never say goodbye. Primos y primas, and que lo que, and welcome. Bienvenidos to the Dear God, Are We There Yet? The podcast con tu prima favorita. Soy Alicia Sanchez, and yes, this podcast is bilingual. Ahora, Dear God, in this context for my movement is whatever or whoever you want it to be. It can be the universe, religious God, Buddha, self, nature, lo que sea para ti. Dear God, Are We There Yet? Is a lifestyle community of question seekers. The goal is simple: to empower thought-provoking conversations, share happiness, and encourage each of us to never stop asking questions and having conversations that matter. The power of helping people help people with one conversation at a time. Why? Because we need it, our friends and families need it, and the world needs it. Ya tu sabes. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel where I talk about self-growth, budgets and business, and the passion to empower. Ahora vamos a hablar like it's 1995. You probably are like shocked by the title of this podcast, and I'm so excited to actually share this podcast with you guys today. It's something very personable and being very transparent, and it's, oh my God, the milestones of motherhood. Yes, insert clapping, insert scream, insert OMG, insert que. I am a mommy officially. Oh my gosh. And I'm like actually in my mind thinking there's clapping, like, yeah, because that's like my inner cheerleader inside, because I'm so freaking happy. Estoy tan contenta, gracias a Dios. This is a dream come true for many of you that have been following me from Fashion as a Business, my clients, or Fabulous Designs, or Dear God, Are We There? You're new to this. This is a dream of mine. I am so grateful for my wife for, sacrificing her body 9 months, her sanity, her everything for us and our family. And I am so incredibly blessed. And so yes. And so it makes me think about all the milestones that not only for our daughter, but milestones for me in motherhood. And it's just like, dear God, am I going to be a good mom? Dear God, oh my God, dear God, I don't want to be overbearing. Oh my God, dear God, am I bothering her? Y así que yo pienso a cada rato, Y después me pongo a pensar, yo digo, wow. And then I start thinking, I'm like, wow, I think about my mother and my love for my mom and how she raised us and how she's such an amazing mom. Like I feel like we all think our moms are the best, right? Because we should, right? But now that that I'm a mom, I'm just like, ahora yo sé por qué mami estaba así. Like now I know why my mom was the way she is, and protecting us and our safety and loving us, and just and I'm just so honored. I'm just so happy. So si tú me ves en Instagram or Facebook, if you see me, yes, I'll be taking a gazillion pictures. Probably, I won't be sharing them probably a lot. Because I don't know. Maybe if I do it. Maybe I don't. But I think there's some things that I feel so close to my heart, and I don't know. I don't want to share her yet. So I don't want to share with the world yet. But I'm sharing this because I want you guys to. There's a couple of things I want to talk about. First of all, but yes, I will be taking a gazillion pictures because I don't want her to grow up. And dime esto, ven acá, like tell me, you guys, this love, if you're a mom, like, oh my God, you guys are all right. This like unconditional love for this little human being that poops and sleeps all day, and you just like, you look at them and they smile and you're just like, oh my God, I love you more and more every minute. How is that possible? It's true what you say, like you cannot believe it until it happens, and then you're just like, esto es como lo máximo. She's perfection, right? So this pure love of this newborn, moms, you guys were right. Dads, you guys were right. And it's just the milestones. I want to talk about these milestones. And the number one milestone right now is the initial, motherhood. And being in a, lesbian married relationship and having a child, and in this era, is something that I have been. I mean, you're gay, you're lesbian, whatever. You're married, okay, yeah, you're married. Now you bring a child into your life, and then you're sharing your world with society and the other mommy groups, or not really mommy groups, because my wife and I, we're not really about that life. We have a lot of amazing friends that we can consider our mommy groups, or we call or ask. But now it's not even about you. It's about protecting your little one. And now you see life a little bit different. Y yo siempre decía, like I've always said, like you will live life all over again, when you have a child, because that's what I've heard. Like you will live life brand new. Like you will see life through a whole new set of eyes. And I feel like we're doing that. So I am just so grateful and I'm so happy. And I have lots of questions on top of questions on top of questions. Yes, they're right. My brother was right. Team no sleep, but it's so worth it, right? You don't sleep, but it's so worth it. The love like no other. Oh my God. But I want to talk about the milestones of that LGBT lesbians go through and not the nitty gritty. This podcast is more about the milestones of me with motherhood, but also giving knowledge and sharing knowledge to you guys that are listening, because I know a lot of people don't mean it when they meet a lesbian couple and they see that they have a baby and they're like, oh my God, they're so, they're like, wow, this is so beautiful. I mean, it's just like any couple, right? But I'm learning a lot being a new mom in this, I mean, I'm a lesbian, right? We're married and we have a baby, and it's just so, it's a lot of different questions and things that people don't notice that they say or they ask. So as your prima favorita, I'm going to give you guys some little milestones here of if you have lesbian or gay friends that have babies, what not to ask them. And it's not that it's being, nosy or whatever. I think that there's a fine line between being rude, being nosy, and being just like, come on, really? Is it really that important? So just to get things out of the gate first, we'll share what I can share, of course. But yes, we had our baby through our own kind of process of insemination per se. Shout out to the Stork. No, they do not sponsor us, but if you guys ever heard of the Stork, it's awesome. It's a IUI. A lot of straight couples use the Stork as well. So you can do your research. You can Google how people have babies if you're kind of curious and you're listening. But I want to talk about certain things that you say or not say to couples, period. So the first one is when you see a lesbian couple with a baby, don't ask them if they slept with the donor. Would you ask that to a straight person? Would you say, oh my God, did you guys sleep together? Oh, ¿qué pasó? Dime. ¿Y cómo fue? Like, and the reason I'm putting this out here, because these are milestones of motherhood that I'm learning of how to cope with people, and they don't know. They just don't know. No, my wife and I did not sleep with the donor. I didn't sleep with the donor. She didn't sleep with the donor. There's other ways where you can have babies, just like IVF, where straight women have babies and they don't sleep with the donor or their husbands because they have whatever issues, or what, not issues, but just challenges. Don't ask a lesbian if they slept with a donor. It's rude, okay? Ya eso está, it's rude. I think, and I want to say here that yes, I'm a mommy too. I think we have this misconception is that because my wife carried, or even people, I've seen it and I've read it where, the one who carries, she's the main mommy. There's no main mommy here. We're both mommies. So if you meet a lesbian couple, like, it's rude, it's dumb. You don't go to a straight couple and say, well, are you the real dad? Like, yes, he's a dad. We're both mommies. She's a mommy. I'm a mommy. She carried. It was her egg. If you must know, it was not my egg because I don't have any eggs, but she's still my baby. She's still my baby. Se parece a mí and everything. That's God right there, porque se parece a mí todo. Vamos a ver del pelo though. We don't know about the pelo though. She might have my hair. But it's rude. Don't ask. Don't ask about that stuff unless the couple is going to be telling you their journey of how they conceived, or these nitty-gritty details. Like, but if you see people on the streets, don't ask them, if they slept with them or about the egg. And this is a big question here. This is a milestone. Like, oh, what about the father? Mira, he is a donor. He gave a gift. He is not the father. And again, this is an education of knowledge for all my listeners, because again, these are milestones that I'm going through, that I'm learning for the first time, that these are questions that people are going to ask, and I have to be okay. But if I feel like if I tell you guys are going to be so awesome that when you see lesbian families out there and the world is changing, you're going to be able to know how to cope with these situations. And no matter what, you're going to feel like, oh my God, yo le quiero preguntar. No le pregunte. He's a donor. Everything was legal. Everything was, in a legal format. It was all a business, a professional. Of course, we're never going to lie to our baby girl about her birth story. We're going to be so transparent and open about how she was welcomed into this world. And if you're anti all of this, then you can stop listening to this podcast right now, because this is the Dear God, Are We There Yet is just about anything and everything, and there's no discrimination of anything. So, si no te gusta, ya, get away. um, so these are just some things, like, it's rude. Don't ask until people tell you, because you wouldn't ask a straight person these questions. Another thing I want to talk about is that if you are a lesbian couple and you're listening, or if you know friends about support systems and stuff, my wife went through a lot, and I appreciate everything that she's went through, and I notice also that people are very empathetic about what she's going through, and I am too as well. But I want to remind you guys that the men or the other partners, they go through their stuff too. And so it's important that when you're reaching out to people that are having children, either straight or lesbian, ask about specifically ask their partners how they're doing. And I'm only saying this because it's important to understand that although I didn't carry her, there are still things that, as a mom, you start to you start to believe, you start to feel. And I think it's important that you always support the other person as well. And I'm going to say this for the men, especially because I've been reading a lot of things, and a lot of men, like, everyone goes towards the woman having the baby. I get it. It's important. But men need that too. Like for gay couples as well, like if there's two men, they need that support as well, because just because they didn't carry doesn't mean that they have the emotions, or they can have the sentiments, or the all of the different feelings that they have. So shout out to all the gay men, and also the men, straight men, and also the other lesbian women in the relationship who are not carrying. They matter too, you guys. So little knowledge and a little milestone for you guys about that. But so yes, I wanted to get those things out of the way, because I think it's important that, as we're in this world, it's like a melting pot of amazingness, and there's so many different cultures, religions, there's the ways of doing things. People, let them have their own way of doing that, and respect how they're doing whatever they want to do. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, especially for like the mom shamers, because I've seen it, like I've seen it now that I'm a mom. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's like a switch, yesterday, not yesterday literally, but like the day before you have your baby, you're just regular Alicia, and then the next day you're just like, boom. I've never thought that that saying that you can change overnight. Literally have a baby, you'll literally change overnight. Like, seriously. I mean, don't have one just to have one, but but that analogy, yo, ay Dios mío, como yo ha cambiado la mente, But number one thing is respect people and what they want to do. I don't believe in mom shaming. I don't believe in telling people, oh, you're doing this wrong, or tú no sabes lo que tú estás haciendo, don't do this, don't no lo mima, no blah, blah, blah. Like, we have to learn as humans to keep our opinions and our ways of doing ourselves. And if you don't believe in something, then you raise your child the way you want to raise them, but don't tell someone else that they're doing something wrong or not way, because let me tell you something. There's no right way or wrong way of doing anything, because every child is different. So that's a little milestone that I'm learning about myself. Like, it's okay, Elisa, you're going to mess up. You're going to not understand what to do when it comes to, oh my God, we don't want to do vaccinations. That's like a big thing. Like, and we have to think about every aspect of our life. But then you get people that are like, they're so for vaccinations, they're so anti-vaccinations, that they like start hating you because you're confused about something and all that. And that just makes you just like, oh my God, I don't want my baby to be in this world with all these other people. Like, I want to keep her to myself. So watch your language of how you speak to people. So again, this podcast is a lot of milestones for you guys, as for for knowledge, as far as, to teach you what not to say, or what to say, or what's okay. Um, respect is so important. I've noticed that when people tell me something, or they're doing something, like, or they give me advice, like, I have to respect them, however they feel of whatever they want to do. And I think that's that respect level that our baby's going to see. If we respect people and their opinions, and, like, you know, you don't have to accept what people say, but you need to respect them. And I feel like if our baby learns that from us, there, she's going to be able to say, wow, my mommy's taught me something valuable. I've also learned from motherhood, the milestones, is that tú no necesitas nada but diapers. Like, seriously, um, maybe we're gonna need a whole bunch of other stuff, which we got everything. But wow, babies just need love, man. And you don't even understand this incredible love you have, and you start learning about yourself, and you start digging deep within, and just like saying to yourself, like, how is this even possible? Like, how can I even have this love out of nowhere? Like, oh my God, it's incredible, this feeling. But ultimately, you start to realize what you want in your life and what you don't want in your life. And I wanted to share this little piece of my life with you guys. I might not post, 1,000 pictures of my baby online. I will be taking 1,000 pictures, because if you know me, I love taking pictures. But I might not doing. Those are things that I feel like doing, what I feel like and what I don't feel like doing. Because Latinos, we all with a maleo. Yes, it's true. I believe in it. Just like there's good and bad. You have to be, I can't be a unicorn all the time. But I wanted to share a piece of this with you guys, a part of me, because this is a huge thing in my life, and it just makes me so happy. It just makes me so grateful, and so, like, the possibilities of life, of, dreams. And it makes me think about, dear God, are we there yet? So much more than before, for, my legacy, for my family's legacy, for my baby, for my family. But I don't know. Oh my God. If you're a mom out there, please leave a comment, email me, whatever the case, anything you want to tell me. I don't care. Um, I'm open to listening to everything, but I wanted to share this piece of me and this piece of my life, because it is one of the biggest milestones in my life. And maybe I will find motherhood teaching me new things about myself. And I feel like I'm this little butterfly, that I'm like living life, and I wake up every morning now, and it's just like, wow, I have someone to take care of and nurture, and to teach them love, respect, and just so much goodness that I can bring. And there's going to be a lot of craziness in the milestones, and I hope I can bring that to you, to the podcast. But I just wanted to do this quick little podcast to you guys, to share this big news with us, big news from us. And yeah, take those lessons of what not to say to lesbians or gay people, because it's rude. You wouldn't ask those to straight people. You wouldn't. Just be conscious of how you you say things to people, because we are people. We have feelings, we have emotions, and at the end of the day, you don't want to disrespect anyone, and it's not your place. If you wouldn't say it to a straight person, don't say it to a gay or lesbian person, and that is it. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I hope you learned something. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And please email me at hello@deargodarethereYet.com if you have anything, you want to say anything. And yes, there'll be some more stuff with our baby girl. Adios.